love to be alone, just you and me to kiss and hug. We love to stay at home. But when the passion reached its peak, we would hear a car, half undressed, the house a mess. You'd cry, oh, here they are. Open the door, the folks are coming. Pull down the shade. Be real still, they may not see us. They may go away. It's not that we do not love them, we just need some peace. Pull the door, pull the curtain, be real quiet, please. Our wedding, it was small, nothing fancy at all, just family and a few invited guests. When the preacher said the line and asked if you'd be mine, you promised that you would for more or less. Now time has come and gone, and we have moved along, and I look at you and say, I must confess, I should have said it more since that night at your door. But my love for you has grown much more than less. Our love has meant much more than less, with much more felt than said, I guess. And after all these years, I think we've stood the test, for we have had much more than less. Yes, we have had much more than less. There's a plot of ground near my hometown. It's the greenest spot for miles around. It's a place where our old outhouse used to be. The kids today, they romp and play and wonder why I smile that way when I see them put the grass between their teeth. My mind goes back to that little shack when I was on the inside track to meet my sister to the privy door. But with her gown halfway down, I saw her sprawl there on the ground. I vaulted her, went in for the score. Where the roses bloom in old Missouri, and a sweet aroma fills the air, there's a place will always be dear to me, and the grass is always greener there. My dad was a mechanic. He had a little garage down in, he was a mechanic and blacksmith down in a town population of 89. And Dad always wore a hat like this. And let me tell you, today is his birthday. Would have been his birthday. The 8th of January. They wrote a fiddle tune in his honor. I know most of you thought it was Elvis's birthday. And it was. But it was my dad's birthday. But Dad always wore a hat like this. And Dad was a good-looking guy. And he was muscular. And I always wanted a hat like this because I knew as soon as I got a hat like that, I'd be good-looking and muscular. It ain't working, is it? I'm sorry. This guy went into this employment agency. He says, I'm a trucker. You got any openings for truckers? They said, no, sir, today we're out of trucker jobs. Oh, okay. So he went back out. He came back in. He says, hi, I'm a welder. You got any openings for welders? No, sir, we're out of welding jobs. All right. So he went back out, and he came back in, and he says, hi, I'm a painter. Sorry, we don't have anything for painters today. Oh. Well, he thought he was out of luck, but he thought I'd try one more time. So he went back in, he says, got anything in management? can always tell how many managers ratio to workers that we have in the audience by that joke. Anyway, growing up down there in the Ozarks, in that little town back then, how many had come from a small town or the country? Let's see. Oh, goodness. You might understand what I'm talking about. Back in that time, there was not too many places to go. And there was not much to do, and some of us didn't have much to go in or to get us there if there was anything. So when it came to courting time, we just had to date whoever was close. I see. You understand what I'm talking about? Well, down where we come from, it didn't make us any difference. So everybody around us was related. The guy from Arkansas really understands that. Anyway, then some smart alecks from the city came down there that knew something about genetics, and they said, "Oh, don't you know that if you marry someone closely related to you, your children could turn out to be idiots?" Really? We didn't know that. When you live in the country, folks have often found that you're kin to everyone around. My mom and dad were cousins, concerned as they should be that their kids would turn out normally. But I'm the only one that turned out right. The rest of them were not quite as bright. I'm here to tell you that it's true it seems. You really need to know what's in your genes. My grandson told me things are really getting bad. He's got troubles with his teachers and troubles with his dad. They tell him where to go and tell him what to do. I said that I'm shocked. I really feel for you. He says they have troubles now that we never had. I told him that I know things have really gotten bad. He said we didn't have to face drugs in our day. Then I told him we had drugs a different way. I was drugged to church every Sunday. I was drugged to the field to work on Monday. I was drugged by the ear to the woodshed. And if Mom hadn't drugged Dad away, I'd be dead. I was drugged to school if I was faking. If my grades were bad, then I was aching. I was drugged to the sea if I was cussing. Drugged to my room when I was fussing. And if it weren't for drugs such as these you see, I'd not have been the man I came to be. She must be an angel, that's all that I can guess. God's protective service, known as GPS. GPS, God's protective. Boy, you are slow. My wife now is jealous of this voice I know. She says that she's the only one to tell me where to go. Now I got to thinking that's always lots of fun. I wish that I had had this thing back when I was young. I made some wrong turns in life and wished away too late. The voice of one I knew so well would say, "Recalculate." Recalculate, recalculate, you're going the wrong way. I wish that I had had this thing in my younger day. Recalculate, recalculate, I hear a sweet voice say, this voice from up on high says you're going the wrong way. I dreamed I was happy, I dreamed I was loved, I dreamed of a home and a wife. I dreamed of a family to come home to, that was the dream of my life. I couldn't believe the most beautiful girl I had seen. I thought how it might be to make you my own, but that was only a dream. Think I am living a dream that seemed could not be true. I think I am living a dream I am living with you. And piece the history of our family. She made the dresses for Mary and Sarah. From feed sacks she chose personally, and she saved the leftover pieces and pieced the history of our family. There were colors so bright and so cheerful, put together in a quilt crazily. And she smiled as she says it resembles the crazy history of our family. My wife and I had tried so hard to have a family. We prayed that God would smile upon our home. But after several years it seemed His answer must be no, to let us have children of our own. So the social worker came one day and brought a little girl. Her name was Anne and she was only 3. We knew that she had been abused, but we were not prepared when the word she said was, "Please be good to me. Please be good to me. Please be good to me. I don't want a mom and dad that will treat me bad. So please be good to me." My name is Peter and my name means a stone. You're telling me you're leaving, but not leaving me alone. Show me your power that not all is lost. Let me see the future on the day of Pentecost. I'll never leave you. We'll never part. Lost in the Spirit to live in your heart. To live in your heart. To live in your heart. Now, kids today can be so rude, and oftentimes they are. They poke fun at the older folks and how they drive their car. They drive too slow, they lose their way, they leave their signal on. Why, they're a menace to society. Thank God they'll soon be gone. Now, geezers wear funny hats and clothes that's not in style. Ask them about their grandkids and you can see them smile. In waiting rooms they're not too cool, they seem to talk too loud. But when the flag and anthems raise, they're teary-eyed and proud. God bless the geezer, folks older than me. If it were not for the geezer, where would this land be? They fought the wars for freedom in the air, on land and sea. God bless the geezer. cars we drive. They came up with the medicines that keep young folks alive. Their hair is white or maybe gone. They don't look like much today. But in their time, they stood their ground to preserve the USA. They've seen hard times we've never known as they cried for want of bread. No time for trips and having fun, just keep your family fed. So don't complain as down life's road a geezer may move slow. They've earned the right, they've kept the faith, to them a debt we owe. I know it's time to throw away, but it is really tough. I sit down and look around at all of my stuff. I can't throw this away, and someone gave me that. I drag it all out, but I drag it all back. I call up the Goodwill to have them pick it up. They come out to get it in their big old truck. But when I look around, I start to cry and stuff. I go down to their store and buy back all my stuff. In my basement, I got stuff in the garage. I got stuff that is small. I got stuff that is large. I got stuff in the attic. I got stuff in the shed. And when I die, I'll probably find I sent some stuff ahead. Lord, I hope you have room for a guitar and bass.